Hey, Carl, we can report now that the White House says the president is considering firing Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. That's according to a senior White House official saying the president asked lawmakers meeting in the Oval Office late yesterday how they felt about firing the Fed chair. The lawmakers that
Lord have mercy, people. Golly. Trump is up to his usual tricks, break shit, then fix it, and have you think he was the great savior of the United States. He has been in a back and forth with Jerome Powell. If you don't know what Jerome Powell looks like, this is him right here. He's the Federal Reserve's chair. And I know a lot of MAGA have no idea what that means. They don't know who the hell this guy is. They probably think he's even a Democrat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's not a Democrat. Those are his stats right there. He is a hardcore red blood, red meat eating Republican. And what he has done is one of the best jobs of navigating COVID and current times when it comes to monetary policy. And one thing that he is responsible for is the money that you pay when you go to borrow money for a house, for a car, or anything that involves rates for banks. And what happens is oftentimes presidents get at odds with their Fed chair because they want to juice it up and make it look like things are doing good in the economy so that they can get reelected or they can run in front of a microphone and tout how great they're doing. And he has been at odds with Chair Powell. And the law says Powell cannot be fired by a president unless there's just cause, like he committed a crime or he got caught on Epstein Island, but we would never know that because they're not releasing the Epstein files. They tried to say that they need to fire him because he spent too much money renovating the Federal Reserve's office. Number one, the office is not used with taxpayer money for renovations. It hadn't been renovated since damn near the stock market was created. And number three, the Federal Reserve earns its own money through fees and other things to do things such as renovations, pay salaries, pay all that good stuff. And in just a second, I'll give you a total breakdown of what the Federal Reserve does, along with monetary policy. They also seek that there's equality amongst jobs. They seek to make inflation lower or tame inflation so that the price of your eggs don't go from $5 to $15 within a fucking month. And Trump wants to get rid of him and insert his own person. Let's hear this news clip so that y'all not just believe in me. You're getting it from a verified news source.
Hey, Carl, we can report now that the White House says the president is considering firing Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. That's according to a senior White House official saying the president asked lawmakers meeting in the Oval Office late yesterday how they felt about firing the Fed chair. The lawmakers that were in the room, 12 Republicans, expressed their approval for firing the Fed chair, and the president then indicated that he is likely to do that soon. Now, I will emphasize, guys, that there is no timing attached to this. This is still in flux. No decisions have been made that are final, but that is the latest we know that the president now says he's indicated he's likely to do this sometime potentially in the near future. This is a big escalation here. Of course, we'll set up a big legal battle for one if he does go through with it, but it also comes after just yesterday he was asked by reporters whether he was considering taking this step, whether he thought this whole dust up over Powell and the renovations of the Federal Reserve building were a fireable offense. At the time, he said, I think it sort of is, but he did not go so far as to say he was considering firing him. Now, again, according to a senior White House official, they say the president has indicated he is likely to fire Powell sometime soon.
Powell for the renovations that they made to the White House. To the Federal Reserve's office. But have y'all seen the renovations Trump have done to the White House? All that fucking fake ass 14 karat gold plated shit he's put in there, knocking over pictures, trying to steal the Soccer World Cup gold trophy, which would be the only real gold that's in the White House. This man is just a travesty. And it would be so bad for the economy if he elects a puppet and put in office. Let me explain to you guys in detail what the Fed chair does so that when you have these conversations with MAGA, you're as informed as someone who's wearing one of these Wall Street suits And that would be the difference between you being a critical thinker and MAGA. So this is what the fair chair does. Just consider him like the boss of the country when it comes to money, ladies and gentlemen. He controls interest rates, he fights inflation, keeps people employed, as I've already said. And this is why it's important that you don't allow a president to be in the same boat with the Fed. Because if a president could control the Fed, they would try to lower interest rates as much as they can to make the economy look good during elections times and other times when you don't need to lower it. He would ignore problems so that they can brag about booming economies. That's what a president would do, and especially this president, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the thing. If Trump were to fire Fed Chair Powell, you want to talk about a stock market crash when generally Powell is loved by most people in the stock market. Of course, there are always some people that want him to lower rates a little quicker so that it can make their money cheaper, because what rich people do, ladies and gentlemen, they live off borrowed money because the rate is cheaper than what they would pay in income taxes. So, of course, rich people are all for lower taxes. But on top of scaring Wall Street, it would hurt trust in the US economy amongst other countries, and businesses may not feel confident in our system, which Trump makes businesses not feel confident in our system. Of course, the market would go wild, ladies and gentlemen. And so if Trump does try to fire him, there's going to be a legal battle. I mean, a huge legal battle. And let's not forget who appointed him. Trump allowed this man to be seated in his last term. And now you want to remove him? In order to be removed, he's got to have just cause. And ladies and gentlemen, as of right now in this moment, there is no just cause. There's made up hoax about him spending too much money to renovate the building. And I guarantee you that when they do the investigation of that, it's going to find nothing insiporaneous about it. It's just going to be the same old Trump trying to break something and then fix it. But let me know what you guys think. Did you guys know that the Federal Reserve is supposed to be interdependent of the president? Did you know that they not just try to control rates, but they also try to make sure people are getting jobs with fair wages in the economy? And what do you think is going to happen if Trump gets to put his own puppet in there to drop rates whenever his ass wants to? Let me know what you think. Be sure to follow me on all my links, beacons.ai/politics of being black. There you can find a link for everything I do, from both of my TikTok channels, both of my podcasts, The Claremont Show, Politics of Being Black Pod, to all my YouTube channels, Politics of Being Black, and also my movie review channel. YouTube has told me I started my Politics of Being Black channel 4 weeks ago, and it has been the fastest growing political channel on YouTube. So please go over there and join me, show me some love, help push these progressive ideas that are best for all people and not for few people. And until that next Sex is Hell video, enjoy Jasmine Crockett as I get out of here.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.